300 milligrams of caffeine plus a performance stack. If you slam this wrong, you're gonna feel this one. So, Echelon Mango Reaper V2, or sorry, V4. We'll break down the ingredients in here. I've never tried Echelon. Appears to be a veteran organization. I love our vets, so super stoked to see and be able to support them. Made in the USA. Pretty awesome. All right, so let's break down the ingredients here in this can. So first off, 300 milligrams of caffeine, so significantly higher than your average energy drink out there, which is usually 200. That's pretty standard for the market. This is green coffee bean, so it is natural, which is great. We know caffeine, central nervous system stimulation, increases alertness, power output, endurance. So this is 300 milligrams. It is more than just a cup of coffee. It is this is performance. This is not wake up juice. So if you're sensitive to high stimulants, this will wreck you. Be careful. 3.2 grams or 3,200 milligrams of beta alanine. So that's a significant dose. I'm stoked that that's in here. It will improve your muscle carnosine levels. It will buffer the lactic acid. That's why you feel those pins and needles within 10 to 15 minutes of taking it. This is a physiological dose and effect that you'll get. So, you know, you would expect muscular endurance improvement, and especially in high rep or sustained effort situations. Citrulline, so 3,000 milligrams or 3 grams. That's another significant addition. Going to boost your nitric oxide production, improve your blood flow to your muscles, so better pump, more nutrient delivery, potentially improve performance when you're training. Super stoked to see that in here too. Nootropic blend, rather, they have a L-tyrosine at 1,000 milligrams and L-theanine at 200. So together, those are going to help smooth out the caffeine jitters, reduce those, obviously, promote the calm focus, support cognitive performance under stress, and maintain focus during tough sessions. Also, 2 grams of fiber, so not something you see very commonly in an energy drink. Will support your gut health, obviously, and can moderate your glucose spikes. It's small, but it's a very intentional addition, which is kind of cool to see as well. And then zero sugar, zero carb, 2 net carbs overall, going to make sure that the insulin impact is low, prevent your classic sugar crash if you get a truly sugar sweetened energy drink. So all in all, this is not a casual energy drink. This is significant with its caffeine, its beta alanine, the citrulline. It's more of a performance fuel, which is cool. If you're drinking this like a soda or just to get the energy, you're doing it wrong, and you're going to pay for it with probably sleep and recovery. Interestingly enough, since this is a mango reaper flavor, there's some capsaicin in here. So we're going to crack this open and see what this tastes like. It should be a very interesting flavor. We'll see how hot it really is. All right, so we're gonna try to crack this open, not turn the lid off on ourselves like always. This is my biggest challenge in these videos. All right, nice, we made it. All right, so right off the rip, you can smell the mango. Pretty strong. I don't smell any of the heat. You know, there's a mango reaper. I don't know that necessarily Carolina Reaper is in this, but it does have capsaicin, like I mentioned before. All right, so I've done a few whiskeys, beers, maybe an energy drink or soda here and there that's done the Reaper, capsaicin, jalapeno flavor on the back end, right? They all have a very distinct. Once you've drank a few of them, they all have a very distinct way that the heat creeps back in. This is similar. So I'll tell you that it's not overly sweet. You definitely get the mango. I would say it's probably not Reaper in the sense of the Carolina Reaper. That, you know, I thought could have been in here, but it's not. The Reaper likely refers to the heat that's in the drink. The mango. We'll start with the mango. Mango itself, like I mentioned, not overly sweet. I'm not a huge mango fan. I like tropical flavors, but mango itself alone is hit and miss for me. Probably puts it in a 6.5 to the 7 range as far as flavor is concerned. First hit, like I said, not sweet, not overly carbonated. As the mango calms and kind of the sweetness wears off, the heat kicks in from the capsaicin. It is not overly hot. Not something that's going to make your lips burn, tongue burn. It's just enough to tickle kind of the back of your tongue, tickle your mouth, give you that warmth that you might like from eating a raw jalapeno if you're weird like me, or having spicy food. So that's not too bad overall. So, we look at this thing totally. There's, and I forgot to mention earlier, some probiotics in here as well. There's 200 or 2,000 milligrams of gut and digestion support. But, flavor-wise, I'll give it a 7. But from a pre-workout or potential pre-workout or energy matrix, this thing is a beast. I have a feeling I'm going to drink this. It's about midday for me. It's going to keep me rolling through the rest of the day. So pretty strong formula. Flavor-wise, it depends on what you're looking for. I'm overall going to give it a 7.5. The reason why is because it's got a very specific niche, right? It's not something you'd pick up just for energy, likely, because we're used to the 200 milligram caffeine, usually some L-theanine, things like that. So we're used to a certain level of energy. It's comparable to a few cups of coffee, 2 cups of coffee or so, or espresso. This is going to have your performance side of it, the citrulline, the beta-alanine. So you could very well use this for a pre-workout or an early day to carry you, particularly if you like beta-alanine like me. So it has a more specific role than just a regular energy drink. Nothing wrong with that. Flavor just leaves a little bit to be desired. I don't mind the heat. I don't think the heat takes anything away from it. I think it could be a little sweeter, maybe a little bit more carbonated. But I would definitely try again. I will definitely be checking out Echelon, 1, because I support all of our veterans, as you should too. And 2, because it's good, and I like that they're doing something different with their formulas. So I'll look to see if they've got some other formulas out there for their energy drinks. Maybe something that doesn't necessarily have to be a more pre-workout focused drink. But I like it, right? It could be something I could take on the go. Don't have to mix it. I love my pre-workouts and my powders, but this is great to see too. Not a bad job, Echelon. 7.5. We'll definitely try again, try some other flavors. I do recommend it out there to you all. Give it a shot, particularly if you like caffeine and you're not sensitive to caffeine and you want something maybe as a pre-workout, for sure. And if you like the heat, right, maybe pick another flavor that doesn't have the heat if you're not into that. But 7.5, not too bad. Check out Echelon. This is the Mango Reaper.